Hello my friends, this is Bob and today we're going to be talking about tolls. So on a regular day, Bob, who lives in town A but works in town B, takes the highway and there is no unusual traffic. He gets to town B easily, but we decide to place a toll. So this is the first way of two ways of placing a toll that we will discuss about in this very interesting video. And so as he will go to work, Bob will be slowed by this toll, which will increase the traffic in the region, but he will also be disadvantaged because he only travels short distances but pays the same thing as the people who have traveled long distances. And he would have to pay that fee every time he passes through the toll. It starts to get interesting when we add the possibility of a side road or an alternate route, if that's what you want to call it. Now, Bob has a choice. He can either take the road, the highway with the toll, or he can take the alternate route. Now, if he takes the toll, though, he will have to pay that high fee. The side road, however, on which he will not have to pay, is often slower because the road, you can't travel as fast on it since it's not as straight and, well, there's always a speed limit, right? So in this situation, Bob probably won't want to pay that high fee and will probably take the side road, but that's of his choice. And yes, now we get back to the beginning where Bob simply gets to work, and now we add the second way of placing a toll that we're seeing here. So it consists of placing a smaller version. Well, it is still a good size toll at every entrance and every exit everywhere on the highway. So that'll be very expensive for the government to invest in, since you have to put one on every entrance and every exit to the highway. However, it has its advantages. Bob now will be scanned at the entrance of the highway and at the exit of the highway. So he will no longer pay a high flat fee that everybody pays no matter how far they're traveling. This will calculate his distance, and so he will be charged for the amount of time or distance that he travels on the highway. So instead of paying, let's say, $20 or $15, he'll be paying 50 cents. Which he'll be quite happy about. One funny fact about this is that in certain countries, since you can scan it at the entrance and exit time, they can actually give tickets to the people who go too fast. And so it calculates the time, the distance, and if you do too much distance in too little time, it'll actually give you a ticket. This way of placing tolls, or a toll, however, people sometimes think it'll increase traffic because there are tolls everywhere, but really it doesn't really increase the traffic, because instead of everybody on the road being scanned one place at the same time, you'll have smaller groups of people as they enter and exit, so it won't be everybody and the traffic won't be that bad, really. So now if we add the possibility of the side road again, Bob can now choose between the longer side road or the fast highway. So since he's not paying a very high fee by taking the highway, the chances are Bob will take the highway, but I can't guarantee anything. I'm not Bob. Bob is himself. And so Bob gets to town B fairly easily. And just keep going, just to sum up, in the first way of placing a toll, it's a flat fee, same thing for everybody. Bob, it's not so cool for him because, well, he's got to pay high fee. And the government gets instant revenue because they don't pay a lot of money to put all the tolls around. They just put one toll. And it can increase or decrease traffic depending on the presence of an alternate route, which is basically, if there's no alternate route, everybody's going to be jammed up at the toll. But if there is, the toll will decrease traffic, sending the traffic to the alternate route. In the second way of placing a toll, the fee is calculated on the distance that Bob travels, or anybody travels. Bob has friends, yes. It is cool for Bob because he can take the highway without having to kill his money. The government pays a lot in the beginning, but gets it back long term. Obviously, also gets it back in the first one. The traffic is only slightly increased. It's not that bad of traffic. Paying a lot kind of brings me to another thought. That rhymed. Electronic tolling. Electronic tolling is still very expensive to install, but basically it would solve half of the problems, or maybe a little more than half problems that we encountered in this video. So it just, as you go through, scans your license plate, and the model of your car, and so it sends you a bill without you having to stop. So there are no more issues with traffic. And yes, that's pretty much concludes our very interesting video. Thanks for watching.